Hello, welcome back if you're a current subscriber, welcome if you're new. So, I have a sweet gift from Beth from Lavender and Speckles. I have an idea of what this is. So, Beth and I have been talking, and with some customs that I did, and then the last pre-order, I was talking to her about a couple of scents that I would like to do in honor of my son. So, her and I were kind of talking back and forth. Oh, but she sent some other stuff in here too. So we were talking about a scent that I wanted to make for my son that kind of reminded me of sitting outside by the trees, but I love a few of her scents, one of which is pine cones and spice. So this one, her and I were kind of talking, and I was kind of just telling her I wanted something like in the fall. He liked being outside. My husband would carry him in a wrap, and we'd be picking apples or just sitting outside. He liked to walk a lot to help calm him. If you don't know, he had seizures, so a lot of things stimulated him too much or would trigger a seizure. So then it was just really a vicious cycle. And his type of seizures were different. My understanding is that his brain just kind of kept going. It wasn't like, if you guys know anything about seizures, if a kid has a seizure or an adult, they go into this post-ictal phase, it's called, where they get pretty sleepy after. Well, his was this constant irritability. It was a very it can happen with kids with trisomy 21, which is Down syndrome, as well as his HIE, which is his brain injury at birth, but more associated with kids with trisomy 21. So, long story, we used to do a lot of walking outside and sitting outside with him because that seemed to calm him, especially in the evening. Sometimes the swing would calm him outside, but not always. And he really was, even though he was 15 months when he passed, he really didn't get past mentally probably a newborn. Like, he was very dependent, as like a newborn is, which was the way it was, right? So his abilities for mobility were just more that newborn phase. So we did a lot of things that we did more for him just to kind of help make him comfortable. So I was talking to Beth, like, I want to be able to get a scent from someone that I can get a scent from. And Beth has been just so amazing and to work with customs anyway. And just, I felt like I could really open up to her as a Christian and just kind of share my heart with her. And she's so kind. And so anyway, I'm not going to cry, but this one, I'm like a fanatic of her pine cones and spice, which if you haven't tried it, I encourage you. Like, I love it. So this is pine cones and spice, crackling birch, sugar cookie, palo, and vanilla surf. Well, vanilla surf is amazing. I thought she was going to send this like in my last order, or she was going to wait until my customs. Oh, this is beautiful. So this is her new formula, so I don't know if I'll be able to get it out. Oh, there we go. Okay. I just want to smell the bottom because sometimes those oils. Oh, this is gorgeous. This does remind me of sitting outside. Her pine cones and spice is just beautiful. There's a bakery element to this, and the crackling birch, I just said like a hint of it. I don't want it to overpower it because crackling birch can really overpower scents. If you see me looking, it's because I'm looking outside because it is a beautiful day. It's going to be like 85. I know a lot of you all hate summer, but I do not. I'm a huge fan of summer. I love sitting out on my deck. I sit under the tree, I throw balls to the dogs, I go in my garden. But this reminds me, I'm not going to cry. Okay, sorry, it just, sometimes those moments just reminds me of sitting outside by the trees in the fall. And the crackling birch, because we did fires down there, like in the back of our backyard by our trees, and we have apple trees. And it just gives me like a warm hug. And the vanilla surf, I think she put in here. Oh, Beth, this is just beautiful. Clearly, it just brought back memories. That's all. Yeah. Lots more stories I could share, but I don't want to cry. Clearly, it just is very easy. He's been gone for 8 years. It doesn't always just mean things are easier. Yeah. Okay. So, and then we were talking a little bit about like having, we did a lot of fires and s'mores. So she did s'mores, vanilla surf, and palo. I just kind of wanted her, like we were talking about different things, and I just was okay with whatever she really did. I just wanted it to evoke memories, which clearly that one did. Oh, this one reminds me of s'mores. Oh, I didn't know if she had a s'mores oil, so oh, you try to pretend you're not gonna cry. This is so beautiful. Oh, the s'mores is just so, it's like ooey gooey with graham cracker. She put vanilla surf in here, which is, you guys, that's her dupe for vanilla waves. And then you get just a slight hint of palo, and her palo is like my favorite palo ever, and I love her beach nights. This doesn't have beach nights, but and then the vanilla surf is just that creamy vanilla with a little bit of saltiness. But the s'mores and the graham crackers, wow, I'm just shocked at how much like the s'mores is hitting me. But you do smell, oh, that her creamy palo, man, gosh, is that beautiful. I Her wax is so soft, like I'm gonna have a nice hand lotion after this. Oh, wow, this is just beautifully done. I will get more of these. I might worm this one later. I really like that s'mores, vanilla surf, and palo. That's, well, all those two so far are gorgeous. Okay, and you know I love her beach nights. So beach nights, vanilla surf, and palo. Because who doesn't love a good beach nights? Oh, wow. This is like alone just making me happy. It's done so well with all three of those notes. Like, I feel like it's just this creamy, dreamy sitting by the beach. Oh my gosh. You guys, this is gorgeous. I smell more of that vanilla surf on the bottom. And this one I smell the most of the vanilla surf. But oh, this is so good with the beach nights. And then the little bit of palo. Again, she did it so well that the palo isn't overtaking it. Because again, some of these scent notes that I picked are very strong. But she just blended them so beautifully. Oh my gosh. This is just gorgeous alone. If this is Beach Nights, Vanilla Surf, and Palo. Oh, that one is just gorgeous all on its own. I will tell you that the s'mores, Vanilla Surf, and Palo really reminds me of sitting by the fire. And the pine cones and spice, crackling birch, sugar cookie, Palo, and Vanilla Surf. This kind of just evokes more of like, clearly, like walking in our land, and like I said, my husband would carry him in a wrap, or I would. A lot of times my husband would, because especially as he got bigger towards the end, he was like 24 pounds and he was really heavy and he didn't have any tone, so he really didn't participate. You had to have support on him, with whether it was two hands or in a wrap with one hand, because he didn't have tone. Like, I say that, and if you don't have a child that has low tone, you don't understand, because I had to teach my family how to hold him, because really, if you don't support him 150%, if he throws his head back, he will literally fall back. Like, he didn't recoil in. Like, if you bend down with your baby, they kind of go into you and then hold you. If you went down with him and you did that, he would fall. Like, literally, I mean, it never happened. I'm just telling you, as a nurse, I understand that. And then having a child with low tone or no tone, literally it was nothing there. Like, nothing. I mean, zero. If you bent down, you had to have two hands and you're holding him good, and you can't be doing anything else. Like, my niece had him one day and I was like trying to explain to her. She was probably 16 at the time, and I was like, she loved babies, and I was like, okay, but you have to hold him really different. And I was explaining it to her and she didn't get me. Like, she's just like, oh, he's fine. And I was like, he's not. So we were walking across the street at the park, because I was like, oh, I'm a little nervous, but she loves kids. She's always good with them. And I had explained it to her, and we were walking across the street and she tried to help one of the other kids, and she had one hand on him, and then she realized he moved, and she immediately put both hands on him, and her face was terror. Like, she almost, like, I thought she was going to cry, because she literally didn't realize how bad his tone was, that literally if he moves, he can't recoil. So she was like, I said, it's okay. I warned you, you got to have two hands on him or we got to put him in the wrap, you know? So I think that scent just kind of reminds me of those moments where we were walking with him. And, you know, like I said, he would sleep better if you would move with him or be active and those kind of things. And a lot of times he had to be in just a diaper because, again, he had sensory issues where if he was too hot, he would scream. So you had to like keep him in a diaper a lot of times in the summer. So anyway, Beth, I just want to say thank you so much for your kindness, for allowing me to talk through these with you and just helping me. Again, memories can evoke memories, sadly, like you see. But I wanted those kind of things because it is hard when life goes on, but your pain still is there and you still miss them. And it's kind of like an empty place in your heart. And I've lost my grandpa who was like my dad when I was 15, and I had that for quite a long time. But man, a child is, it's just something about losing a kid that it's like a pierce through your heart, you know. I hope you don't know. I really do. Anyway, I don't want to cry. I just don't want to because I hate that I'm an emotional person since losing him, because I wasn't like that before. But again, God changed me in a lot of good and bad, you know, good ways, I think, not bad. I don't want to say it in that way. But like, I feel like he just changed me in a lot of ways. And sometimes I miss the old ignorant me who didn't know those things, but you know, such is life, sadly, and death. So anyway, I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you once again, Beth, for your amazing kindness to me always. I want you to know how much I appreciate you and your family. And with that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. Bye.